In this video, or in the second part of Python iterator, we already talk about iterator as an object. We can iterate through, for example, a tuple, a list, a class, something like that. It has two methods, iter method and next method. For example, in the previous class, we also look about how we can use loop, for example, for loop or while loop to iterate to value. Now we talk about the second part, create an iterator. To create an object or a class as an iterator, you have to implement the method itr index to your object. Whatever, for example, we create an object and then we implement the iter in the next method to create an iterator. As you have learned in the Python class and object, we already talked about the Python class of object in 3 videos. All classes have a function called init, which allow you to do some initializing. We already talked about the init function. The iter method acts similar. You can do operation initializing, but must always return an iterator object itself. In the next method, allow you to do operation must return the next item in the sequence of it. For example, create an iterator that return numbers starting from 1 and each sequence will increase by 1. For example, returning 1, 4, 3, 4, 5. Here we create. For example, we will talk about how we can, for example, initialize a class using class keyword. In the class now my name is my number, and we already talk about how init is used in it to initialize things. For example, in this we create an iter, in this iter self dot a, for example, starting is 1, and then return self. After that we talk about another definition, define next self x is equal to self dot a plus equal to 1. It should be incremented by 1 and return x. Then we say, for example, we create through my class reference variable my number object, then my itr is equal to iter what my class, and then we, for example, print each one. Next of my iter, print next, first one will be printed. Next of my iter 2 will be printed. Print next of my iter 3 will be printed. Print next of my iter 4 will be printed. Print next of my iter 5 will be printed. This sequence, for example, there is definition call of next self, not civil. Here is an error, syntax error. Expected this thing. What is an error here? Self.a. If class number define iteration in self.a return self, define next self is equal to self.a plus equal to 1, return x. My class, my number, there is no error in here. So why? There is an error. There is no error in here, it should be here. Print is extra. I don't know what's there in here. But there should be an in here. For example, if we copy it and then here we paste it, it printed. but we have also not done anything wrong, but still it gives an error.